is a home that is seen as containing disembodied spirits of the deceased who may have been former residents or were familiar with it. So here are 4 seemingly sinister cases where the spiritual world certainly hasn't left home. Berkeley Square. 50 Berkeley Square is a large Georgian house located in Berkeley Square, Mayfair, central London. It is reputedly haunted and said to be the oldest unaltered building in London. In the late 1800s, it became known as one of the most haunted homes in London and has a bone-chilling past, and is currently owned by the Maggs brothers and has been that way since the 1950s. Monte Cristo Homestead. The Monte Cristo Homestead is a historic house located in June, Australia, and this house has had its fair share of evil since they put it there in 1885. The Crawley family were the first residents, and it saw a lot of death, even the death of a child girl, whom of which was dropped down the stairs. Another account, a male child named Harold was chained up in the caretaker's cottage for 40 years. He was found next to the body of his dead mother and sent to a mental institute where he died soon after. All of this and unexplained lights, force fields, phantom sounds and animal mutilations that have no explanation. To this day, the Monte Cristo Homestead is considered the most haunted house in Australia. Borge Partner. Borge Partner is a village in North Sweden, but the haunted vicarage which resides there is what we're talking about. Borge Partner is renowned for its haunted vicarage, which was built in 1976 and reported to be haunted. The very first talking of ghosts in the building is in a letter dated 1927 by Chaplain Nils Hedlund, who was the house's owner at the time the letter was written. In 1945, Eric Lindgren moved into the home and began a journal compiling his experiences in the house. He had bought a rocking chair and brought it to the vicarage, but he was not able to sit in the chair very long before being thrown out of it by an unseen force. Ghost Hunters Team Taps investigated the house, and the episode aired in the first season in 2009. The current home serves as a restaurant as well as a guest house, and if you're brave enough to stay there, you'll receive an overnight stay certificate to prove it. The Amityville Horror House. 112 Ocean Avenue, also called the Amityville Horror House, is a house in Amityville, New York, and is one of the most famous haunted homes, and is also one of the most haunted. I mean it inspired the Amityville Horror, for crying out loud, and with its reoccurring and yet notoriously hard to spot, the moving object. In the case of 112 Ocean Avenue, though, this is a very famous house, which most of you probably know it as the High Hopes House, the Amityville House, or the Amityville Horror House. This house is said to contain very angry ghosts known as demons and poltergeists. I will leave the rest for you to decide. That's 4 of the most haunted houses there is. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at allthingsapple.iphone. And this is All Things Apple, and we have just about run out of time in this video. And so this is All Things Apple, signing off.